My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. I see only my own thoughts and my mind is preoccupied with the past. What then can I see as it really is? So it's saying, since your mind is preoccupied with past thoughts, and I don't think any one of us can argue with that, then it asks, what then can you see as it truly is if you've already filled your mind with past thoughts? Okay. Let me remember that I look on the past to prevent the present from dawning on my mind. That's a very interesting idea. Let me remember that I look on the past. I fill my mind with past thoughts in a strategy, whether I'm aware of it or not, in a strategy to prevent the present from entering my mind. Isn't that amazing? Think about that. What if you actually had a subconscious strategy deliberately designed to make sure that the present, the living moment of now, does not enter your mind? And what if this strategy entailed filling your mind up with tons and tons of thoughts about the past and stuff, you know? We already know that our minds are busy. But what if it's not a mistake that we have made this so? At some level, it's a clever strategy to keep out the ever-living now moment from entering our mind. Yeah? Let me understand that I am trying to use time against the Creator. Do you see how that starts to work? That you've filled your mind with the past thoughts so that you don't become aware of the ever-present moment of now. The holy moment of now, if you want to call it that. This is a strategy whereby you're trying to use time, the past, against the Creator. It's not that you're at war with the Creator or the Creator really is at war with you or cares or, you know, like is upset because you're doing this. So this is not like a condemnation. It is simply trying to suggest that maybe just like a child, a child when a child covers their face with their hands and thinks that just because the child can't see you, you can't see it. You know, it's a funny thing when kids do that. So this is something roughly near that, you know. So, you know, the child covers their eyes and then they think you can't see them because they've covered their eyes. So in this way, the strategy here is to cover the mind with the past so that it doesn't experience the infinite moment of now. Yeah. Okay. Let me learn to give the past away, realizing that in so doing, I am giving up nothing. Yeah. So it's saying that by you recognizing that the only thing that is filling your mind is past thoughts. Number two, they're useless. Number three, they're preventing you from seeing reality as it is. So number four, by being willing to give them all up, you're actually giving up nothing. You're not losing, you're actually gaining. Okay? So let's read that one more time because it's really very interesting. I see only my thoughts and my mind is preoccupied with the past. What then can I see as it truly is? Let me remember that I look on the past to prevent the present from dawning on my mind. Let me understand that I am trying to use time against the Creator. Let me learn to give the past away, realizing that in so doing I am giving up nothing. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time and cannot in fact understand anything. Okay, this is not an insult to your intelligence. So, you know, please relax. Over here, there's a very important point made. The only time that there is the ever-present moment of the here now. Even scientists will tell you that. In fact, Albert Einstein, in one of his most celebrated papers, really, I think it was Einstein, but anyways, there have been quite a lot of scientists who come to prove mathematically that there is only an eternal moment of now. You know, the so-called space-time continuum is not an independent existence. In other words, space only exists if there is time, and time can only exist if there is space, yet we know that even Einstein and all the scientists prove that past, present, and future is only a perception of our own. It doesn't actually exist in the universe as an independent entity. So what I'm suggesting you to here, and you can double check this, scientists have proven that the space-time continuum is not an independent entity. In other words, time and the way it's arranged by us humans in terms of past, present, and future does not independently exist. Okay, so that is already scientifically proven. That's a done deal. Now, so here the cause is saying that this preoccupation with the past, yeah, is what already puts your mind out of the here now, the ever-present moment. Now, the here now is eternal, okay? Yet it is the only thing that exists. The present, the past, and the future don't exist except in your mind. They don't actually exist in reality, okay? So your mind cannot grasp the here now, yeah? And plus is full of all these past thoughts. And because of that, it cannot truly understand time because it's already in the wrong position. Yeah? So it actually thinks that time is such a real thing, and it's, we're actually gone crazy about time. We're keeping time, we're clocking ourselves, we're going stressed out because of times and deadlines and all that sort of stuff. Yet this is something that even scientists have shown does not have an independent existence. So here, yet another two things I would like you to take away from this. Number one is to know why your mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Why is it doing that? And of course, it's to dodge the eternal moment of now. Number two, you can start to suspend your ideas of time. You can at least start to acknowledge that they could be completely mistaken, and you can start to say, okay, I am willing to have a different experience. That experience does not need to be proven by, it does not need to make sense to my logic, okay? It does, and I don't need to see scientific report papers of it. But I'm willing to see the truth, if there is, it exists out there, and I'm willing to suspend my defense of my old beliefs. This is all you need right now. The one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not there. The course suggests that this is the only one wholly true thought you can have about the past. Every other thought about the past is going to be tainted by illusions. To think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. To think about the past at all, or even to think about these thoughts that you have all the time, is to think about illusions. Very few have realized what it is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. Yeah? The mind is actually blank when it does this because it is not really thinking about anything. So the cause here is suggesting that all these ideas of the past and the future are not real thoughts. In other words, they're not the thoughts that you share with your creator. Or rather, I'm not talking about sharing in terms of communication, but I'm sharing in terms of, the thoughts that you have in your mind are not the same thoughts that your creator has in the, I don't know whether you want to call it the universal mind or whatever. So these thoughts that you have are not what you might call true thoughts, okay? Therefore, when you're thinking, in quotes, about the past and the future, whenever you're just generally thinking and it's full of those same repetitive thoughts that you keep having over and over and over again, according to scientists, apparently we have 50,000 thoughts in a day and 90% of them are repetitive. Now this junk, all of that, from the point of view of causing miracles, the mind is actually blank. It's not actually doing anything. All it's doing is ruminating, maybe you might want to call them images of the past. Yeah? So it's not really thinking. Because true thought is the same thought, what you might call, that the creator has, and it is so powerful and clear and creative that it is, it's very unlike those 50,000 thoughts that you have every day that, seem to make not much of a dent in your life. Those are not real thoughts, with a capital R for real and a capital T for thoughts. So that's what this is trying to suggest here. Alright, so thank you.